we have a slight problem. So I've been terraforming quite a lot these past few videos, and a lot of it needs foliage and grass, and usually that requires bone meal. The issue is I only have this small moss farm and it does not produce that much bone meal. So then I decided to build this area for my automatic farms. I already have an iron farm and a creeper farm here, and boy, the eyesight of this iron farm is horrendous. But we are gonna improve all of that today by creating a whole ruined kingdom that is gonna house all my automatic farms. So sit back and enjoy the video. Oh, we are so back. It's still working through all of this stuff, slowly but surely. I actually haven't played in between episodes. I've still kind of taken a break because I think I mentioned last video I have been having quite bad migraines. So I decided to take some rest and I feel a little bit better. I have gotten stronger meds for the migraines, so hopefully that does help. Alright, so we are actually in the new update. Oh yes, sadly no better clouds, so I'm using dramatic skies even though the clouds don't exist. What am I doing? I want to make a spear. Oh, there it is. I'm blind. Diamond spear. Let's go. I have a spear now. So much power. You listen to me. Got a spear. You better be scared. Yes. Okay, how does this work? Oh, also I did a camera mod. Still getting used to it. It looks cool. This angle looks cool, but the movement in it is definitely very different. Okay. Also, oh yeah, we have a friend that we need to grab. Sniffer, sniffer, sniffer. Oh, sniffer. Oh, sniffer. I found the sniffer. Okay, buddy, you gotta come home. You're so big. I gotta make space for you. I don't mean to say you're big. You're just fluffy. Just a nice fluffy sniffer. Come here, buddy. Alright, you're gonna be pulling this wagon, okay? But yeah, we got a nice enchanted wagon, and now it's kind of giving the effect of being pulled by a sniffer. If you guys got any names for our little buddy here, you can leave the name suggestions down below in the comments. So first things first, I want to actually do the little things here before I move on to getting the ruined kingdom going. The stairway right here needs to be fixed. This entrance over here also needs to be fixed, and then I'm wondering if I want to make one an entrance as well too. And then honestly, I might do a little bit of terraforming down here just to kind of match the look of the mountain cliffs here, to just kind of tie it all in together. I think that'd make it 10 times better, so that way we can kind of have something. And honestly, that waterfall could just cascade all the way down towards this direction, but I think that's gonna be pretty cool. So first we gotta start with that, and then we can go on and move into our ruined kingdom area. I'm gonna try to work on that and get that looking pretty good. All right, I'll be right back. Well, actually, first thing, we needed to grab some mud. And then afterwards, visited the wheat farm to grab some wheat to create packed mud. And then after that, grabbed some granite. Then we went to grab some clay, smelted those up into bricks. And now, I think we've got everything we need, so we're all set to go. The entrance is completed. I think it's time to focus on this massive hole right here. I think I just want to make it a little more textured, and then as well as just bring the waterfall down. But I am going to need some deep slate and tuff and possibly stone to texture this. So I'm gonna set up the beacon. left to do but gather some deep slate and tough. Okay guys, you won't believe this. I found a trial chamber right under the ravine. It's literally right under the ravine. That is crazy. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but nothing soon. Maybe we'll just do some trial runs, or if I ever need copper, great place to grab it. But other than that, let's get back to work. Man, I'm not even joking. I think I've lost my netherite shovel. I can't find it. I usually place it in my light blue shulker box here, and I can't find it. I mean, this is full of junk, but I've looked like multiple times, just making sure I didn't like place it in the wrong shulker or something. It's not here. It is not here. I've lost it. Oh, I've just spoiled the whole thing I've done and everything. Okay. Ta-da! I'm a professional, I swear. Look at me. So I've done the entrance. Well, actually, I've done a little bit of all three of them. But this one is the most done. I think I want to still make this a little cavey. You know, if that's even a way to describe this. The entrance here still needs a little bit of work because I still need to figure out the terraform look for this section right here. I might make it look really droopy, but I also want to make it look pretty open, so that way it feels like things like wagons and stuff can still come down here, like little carts. But I could have probably made it a little bit bigger, but I am liking how it's looking so far. And then right here is just another person entrance, so just go up here, and I've added like a little bit of a water pipe looking thing here. Honestly, I might like break this just to expose this a little more, but as of right now, this is how it's looking. But it goes all the way up now. I thought of making this a little more cavey, but I thought if it's a person thing, it's probably best if they renovated this part so it's a little bit safer. And then for this section, I haven't done too much, but a little bit of the same. Just kind of bringing up the walls here. And then over here, I still haven't made the exit too much because honestly, don't really know what I want to do for the exit on this side yet. So for anybody new here, this whole section is my storage system actually. And I just grab stuff from this area and fill it up. And the main thing for it is actually for me to dump things because I always spend a long time like, you know, organizing my materials and things like that. So hopefully gonna make it easier for me for future projects. So that person over there also doesn't actually have a broken bow yet, but eventually he will break their bow. But I still need names for them. I kind of want it to make it seem like they're rivals in some way. So both the restaurant owners kind of battling it out on who has the best. I've slowly added everything into the storage system itself. Everything that hasn't been filtered ends up in here, so I still need to look into this on why things like this still end up over here. Other than that, I can't find my shovel. Also, the spear is not great. I don't love it. But if I jump and lunge, should be able to fly, right? Jump, lunge. I gotta be running, jump. There we go. I don't know what I did there, but I took off. That's pretty nice. I can fly like sort of up here now without having to use a rocket. But I have to use food. And honestly, I probably prefer to use a rocket than food at the moment because I actually don't have a automatic food source. Shovel. So I have looked around the village itself, but I could not find my netherite shovel. It might be one of those situations where we just have to do some netherite mining eventually. All right. But I'll keep looking for my shovel. But the main goal of this video is to get some farms going, because we need some farms going, and most of it is to make our lives a whole lot easier, because we've got some big projects ahead of us and I want to get going. Oh my goodness, that sheep was close to that lava. All right, so this is gonna be the location. I've pretty much neglected this place ever since I built this thing. And then I decided I built an iron farm here because it was a nice spot away from everything else. This whole area is supposed to be completely ruined. The snow area is supposed to be uninhabitable. So I have to actually get rid of these trees to just make it more desolate. We do need to cover up the iron farm. And honestly, I might redecorate this ruins. I think I'm going to keep the general shape, but I might just retexture it and detail it to what I know now. But as always, we have to start with the terraforming because it's not enough. Also, new bunny update, new animals update. I can't wait for them to be fixed. That's gonna be awesome. Also, name tags are gonna be craftable. That's also awesome. Getting distracted. I don't know. I've also got to make sure nothing lives here. Like, the sheep can't be living here. This is supposed to be a wasteland. You're breaking my immersion. But we're gonna try to get rid of the trees. I read their distance is so far that I can just see all the trees that I'll have to get rid of. Issue is I kind of need my shovel, so maybe we do some. I'm gonna look for my shovel real quick to see if I can actually find it. There's one location I haven't looked just yet, and if it's not there, I might actually have to just go netherite mining and get another efficiency silk touch shovel, because this one's just a regular shovel. But yeah, let's see. This is where I last enchanted the spear, and it does not seem to be here. I don't think it can stay in here. I've looked in here. I've looked in the storage system. I swear one day it's just gonna pop up out of nowhere. I guess we'll start with some netherite mining, but we'll do a little bit of that, and then we'll get started on the terraforming and kind of see where it goes from there. All right, let's get started. Alright, one session of mining. I have 17 debris. It's enough to at least make one shovel. That's all I need. And then maybe I can do my helmet and pants into netherite gear here. If I have any extra, I might do 2 shovels or something like that. I already have spares of my pickaxes, so we're pretty good there. But we're all good. We're all set. Got some ancient debris. At least that's good. Alright, let's make some quick upgrades. So first, I gotta move this beacon. Oh boy. No. Why does this happen to me? I made a mistake. How could I make that? Okay. We can get started on the terraforming. You know the phrase, your eyes are bigger than your stomach? I think that's a phrase. I think my eyes are bigger than my hands. I don't know if that makes sense, but oh boy, we've been hard at work. But look at this view. Look at this beauty. Oh my goodness, this is my world. Oh boy, it is storming. Is it sleep time? Probably should sleep before you take a look at this. It's not sleep time. I thought it would be cool to show you the snow, okay? But now it's a detriment into the visuals. It's great. Look at this beauty though. Oh my goodness. Okay, a lot of it gets lost in translation a little bit. But yeah, now we have kind of like a bigger cliffside to make some more space for the builds I'm gonna do. I think I want to slope this side down probably. And by my eyes being bigger than my hands, as it's not even close to remotely done. And this took like a whole day. But it's getting there. It's getting there. Yeah, you can see this is not finished. I will have to put a floor here for the iron farm. I'm likely going to build the moss and bamboo farm here. But I do plan to bring these like jagged edges all the way down to still show the like destruction of this place. And then I plan to bring those soul fires up here instead. That it was, you know, destroyed, and the fire is still burning till this day. Other changes I might do is like some terrain things, possibly, because some parts feel jagged, some parts don't, and it's nice and smooth. I do want to probably add snow layers up against the edges too. But other than that, it's looking pretty good. This is the stairway down. It's kind of hard to see because obviously the snow covers up a lot. But you have to watch your step like right here where the crack ends. So you gotta just make a little bit of a jump. I'm liking it so far, but this took way too much time. I did not expect it to take this long. Honestly, this might be the harder part than building the farms themselves. I haven't found the other shovel. I've just made 2 new shovels. So that's something. I'm gonna have 3 shovels if I ever do find that other shovel. The sad thing is I'm actually really low on resources. Builds themselves is gonna be quite similar to like the ruined texture here. A little more intentional with the actual usage of them. But it's going to be pretty much the same. A lot of basalt, a lot of deep slate, a lot of stone bricks, and tough bricks and things like that. Maybe we'll do one farm at a time to kind of show you how it's looking, explain that. Honestly, I might build the bamboo and moss farm. That's supposed to be a bone meal farm, but first, so that way that can get going while I build the other 2 structures here. Because honestly, most of this right now, I need a lot of bone meal because placing grass is so tedious. And honestly, I'm getting rid of all this grass to make it a little more wastelandy. So I'm getting rid of anything here. And then I plan to push all of these trees out of here. This iron farm's been running while I've been working here, which is nice. But technically not AFKing. And we have... Ooh, that is quite a lot. That was pretty much empty because of the storage system. Well, I'm liking it so far. Hope you guys are liking it. It's time to build a moss bamboo farm before it gets dark. Let's go. But before we do that, we gotta go gather a ton of resources, like a ton of stone, a lot of deep slate, and so many tough, as well as some basalt. And then after that, we gotta sawmill those to the different variants. And then we can start building the moss and bamboo farm. All right, quick intermission break. Good thing this lava pool was right here. Helped a ton with building the moss farm, but it is done. The moss side of the moss farm. Hello, bunny. How are you? The moss side of the moss building farm thing, ruined kingdom area, is coming along. It's going well. Look at this beauty. Oh, I can't wait to get this place like super piled of snow and stuff, like just snow streaks all over the place. I think it's gonna look so much better. But that is, I don't know if that's happening today. It's actually a lot more than I expected, but it's happening at some time. But here it is. Here is the actual front of it. Oh, I went for a very, very grueling, ruined kind of kingdom vibe. And a lot of it is just tough stone and keepsake. Very simple palette, but like very streaky. Oh, I added some basalt as well. But you can see kind of like the weathering of it, just like how long it's been here. A lot of the grime is built up on the windows and stuff. It's not as pristine as it used to be. It's just looking, yeah. Let's go inside, take a look at it. I haven't tested it yet, but here it is. Here is the moss farm. It's all hidden behind this wall right here. Everything is pretty accessible. These levers is what turns it on. Some stone I left. You know what? Let me turn it on, see if it even works, and then we can explain how it works. Just real quickly. Okay, I hear noises. I hear noises. Noises are good. Noises are good. It's not gonna work without any bone meal. Let me go quickly put some bone meal in these. The bone meal farm needs bone meal. Isn't that wild? Oh my goodness. Got bones? That could be turned into bone meal at least. And honestly, it's rough to do the tedious stuff because I was explaining this last video, but I get migraines if I sit at the computer too long. So I actually don't have a lot of time sitting at the computer anymore. I either use the time to do the tedious things, or I use the time to build these grand big things. And well, I end up doing the grand big thing instead. We just need, I think we just need a little bit of bone meal to kind of kickstart it. All right, now we can test it for realsies this time. I forgot a piece of redstone right here. Trigger this dispenser. There we go. Let me try my best to explain what is happening here. Right now we have a stone generator. This is lava, and there's actually water flowing right under here. You can see right here. And so when the lava flows down and hits the water, it'll make stone. It'll just push it through. And then when that new piece of stone comes through, moss actually breaks. It can't actually be pushed, so it breaks, and then this water flow gets triggered, pushes them into hoppers. Push stone system is on a timer here. The best way I found was putting one of them on like full tick delay and then one of them on 2 tick delay. I think that's correct. I don't know. This is like the best timing I've found so far. No cobblestone pops up. Down here, this is just opening these trapdoors on a timer. That's also set on a different timer. I have all of it actually all on a delay, so that way it's long enough for the trapdoors to stay open to push everything out. And even if the dispenser here dispenses while the water's flowing, it will not waste bone meal. Okay, let me free cam this part too. The timer is actually also sending a signal to this piston because moss blocks, they will not spread that has something on top of it. Whether it's grass, a moss carpet, whatever it is. This piston is just going to push that thing away and get rid of it. And then it actually drops into this hopper, which also feeds back into the composters back there. But let's focus on one thing at a time. But that piston will trigger this observer right here actually, and that observer will trigger this observer down to this dispenser, and this dispenser will shoot out a bone meal whenever it can, and it will spread up here. So yeah, I was actually trying this from above for whatever reason, like putting the moss above, like I saw B-dubs and stuff do. I couldn't figure it out for whatever reason, so I'm doing it from below. I found this so much easier. Feeding it down and like restocking it is so much easier too, just from below. So that's what I went with. So all of these hoppers are so all the moss and all that grass and seeds and all that stuff end up in these hoppers, which actually just all ends up in a composter right here. And that composter is obviously making it into bone meal. Then that is all getting funneled actually back into the system. Eventually, this will make more bone meal than this needs. So once this is full, this is full, this is full, this is full, and this is full, this item filter kind of situation will open up this hopper down here and let the rest of the bone meal feed into the chest out here. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, I think there's probably easier ways to do this, but this was my way of doing redstone. And I've learned quite a lot from doing my, learning from other people's tutorials on moss farms and stuff in the past. And as well as just watching Hermitcraft do the Moss Wars stuff. I can admit this is mine and this is my doing. But that is going to be a while. But that's why I wanted to build this first, so I could actually get it going while I build the other stuff. But anyways, it is time to build a bamboo farm, and these are actually super easy. I'm just gonna connect it right here to this building. Hopefully it turns out well. Oh my goodness, that person just walked through that fire. Yeah, I'm gonna extend this fire throughout, and I might just use the blue fire instead of torches all over the place, because the blue fire doesn't actually get rid of snow either, which is awesome. And then as well as they just look better. Yeah, soul fire, soul fire, blue fire, it's all the same thing, right? And then we got two more crazy things. I might honestly start switching to a 2-week schedule, because a 1-week schedule is quite stressful, but we'll see how this goes. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Oh, before I show you my thing of beauty, I gotta stop by the nether real quick. Getting a little framey out here. I think each time I load the world, it does get a little framey, but afterwards it settles down. I think most of it is because of Voxy, kind of like a distant horizon kind of vibe. Okay, we are here. The main reason I stopped here is for these. For some soul sand. You're probably wondering what I need the soul sand for, and the main reason is this, actually. This blue soul fire. I don't think we need too much. I mean, it's probably best to just grab whatever we need. Okay, that's all I kind of needed. Actually don't need, I don't know how much I need, but I think this is good enough. I've made a mess of this nether. Made an absolute mess. Alright, let's head on over back. Alright, let's show you what I've built so far. Here we are. Woo! Is that not looking beautiful? I still haven't I still haven't covered up the lava pit, but oh my goodness, it is coming along, coming along. Think it is a little dark, but I do want it to look very, very like daunting and just kind of ominous looking. Oh, oh, that was scary. I don't know why I got scared by that. But yeah, that's kind of the goal. Just kind of make it look very ancient. I was thinking of like putting some water thing here, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just do ice, kind of like it's frozen. This used to be a water feature, and I wanted to like do that for the bamboo, but then I would have to feed it underground up. It's just like it was so unnecessary. I thought I was cooking, but it's too much unnecessary cooking, really. But it's super simple. I don't know if you've ever seen a bamboo farm before. A very, very simple farm. One of the easiest ones. Very similar to like sugarcane and stuff. You see these observers. When a piece of bamboo grows up into these observers, the only reason I didn't do all of them, honestly, that's it's a lot of resources, okay? A lot of resources, and I just wanted to minimize it. I don't think I really need that much bamboo, but who knows, you know, can always change it up. Any of the bamboo hits the observers or like goes in front of the observers, it will trigger all these pistons. So once that gets triggered, it'll break all the bamboos, and then it'll flow down into these hoppers, which goes down all the way over here. As you can see, these hoppers are also connected, and it just goes down into these chests. I do plan on, once these chests get super full, I might just send the rest of the bamboo into a composter to make more bone meal, but I think that's just a future thing. And I'm leaving the bamboo not crafted into anything, because once you craft it, you can't uncraft it, or you can't bring it back to bamboo. Better this way, but maybe in the future, if I ever need like a ton of them, I might make an auto craft. But as of right now, it is looking great. It's looking beautiful, gorgeous. I know it's, you know, in ruins, and actually a terrible thing happened here, but it's looking great from a lore perspective. But yeah. And then next up is gonna be the iron farm. So whew, these are getting, even though it doesn't look like much, it's quite a lot. But I'm happy with how it's coming along so far. I didn't go with anything too crazy on like the shape itself. It is pretty basic shapes, but I did go more of the texturing and just trying to make a little of the kind of grime start to streak down and stuff. So that is the main goal with the rest of these builds as well. So we'll see how they turn out. And I still have a lot of terraforming to do, so I don't know if I'm going to finish the whole thing, but I'm definitely going to finish automatic farms at least, so that way they can keep going while I do the rest of the terraforming or whatever I need to do. I honestly mainly just need the bone meal, but I thought might as well knock out the rest while I'm here. So the main reason I needed the soul fire, as you can see, a lot of the actual lighting in this area is going to be the soul fires, and that is just remnants of the old war that had happened here, and I'm just using it as lighting, mob proofing, so kind of works out. And the great thing about the soul fires is they don't actually get rid of the snow, they just kind of stay there in that one section with torches and stuff to get rid of the snow. They also mob proof because they give enough light, which is awesome. I might add a couple of dead trees just to add a little more interest, because once I get rid of all these leaves and foliage and, you know, extra trees and things like that, once I get rid of them, it'll look really, really flat. Trying to bring some interest by adding some more dead trees would be probably interesting. Well, nothing further ado, but to start getting on the iron farm. Let's go! It's time for the big reveal. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Oh, that's scary. That feels like a just absolutely disastrous place. I would never want to live there. It's looking pretty daunting. As you can see, there's still a ton of stuff that we need to take care of, like the lava pit. A lot of the leaves, I mean grass and stuff is still here. Boy, oh boy, it still gives that effect. I added a couple of dead trees just to kind of give that. I've pushed back a lot of the trees, still working on it. Eventually it's gonna look very, very empty. I feel like there is still like a lot of emptiness on like these sections right here, but I probably want to fill those up later on when I need extra automatic farms, maybe eventually. But as of right now, they're just the farms I need for the moment. Well, not necessarily need, but I guess wanted. These two were already here. We added the moss farm and then the bamboo farm. Bamboo farm is just useful for scaffolding because I always have to make like, I don't know, a trip to a jungle that's fairly far to get some bamboo. So having just some bamboo that is accessible is it's nice. But other than that, here are the new additions. We've got the iron farm. I added some steps here as well to just add to the easiness of getting up here. I might just add some snow here just to cover this up, but a lot of these spots got snow. As you can see, still need some work on the terrain, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I didn't expect the terrain to be the longest part of this whole thing. Farm's still working, it's looking good. I put the extra ones up and put these ones down here while I was working on it and stuff. Had some struggles trying to make sure it was spawn proofed from the iron golem spawning anywhere else, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. Honestly, I don't know what these buildings are supposed to be. This could be like more like a observatory shrine kind of looking place. Not exactly sure. This is probably like the main castle, and then this could be like a cathedral of some sort. All of this is still fairly the same. I just added more grime to it just to kind of match the vibe of the other buildings, just to it felt really out of place with the different type of texturing, even though this is still quite different. I feel like keeping the structure and all that stuff and the terrible redstone that's happening here, that's good nostalgia to kind of see where I, you know, have improved on in my redstone journey. Yes, we got bone meal already flowing in. You're probably like, Jess, that doesn't seem like a lot of bone meal for the amount of time you put in over here. So this is all full. This dispenser is full. These hoppers are full. But now we have a good source of bone meal, which is very, very nice. Bamboo farm going crazy. Oh, I also love the view from just the other locations. Eventually this world is just gonna look so cool just seeing everything else with my far render distance and stuff. I'm liking my world. But this place is coming along. We'll definitely add some stuff. I'm not sure what to add on these blank spaces. I do want to add more blue fires too, just to light up the place. But as of right now, I am happy of where it's at and happy where we could keep going in the future. Oh goodness, this is actually my first time ever falling, and of course it's on camera. And I had one rocket. Could you imagine? Oh my goodness, if I had no rockets and I fell in there. Woo! But other than that, that is it. We are looking good and beautiful as ever. Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy with how it came out. I'm happy with how it's looking. I appreciate all of you. Thank you guys so much for watching a video, making it through all the way. If you guys want to hang out, there's a Discord down below. There's a Discord down below. If you want a nice Minecraft chill community, and then as well as if you like what I'm doing, like making the videos and stuff, and want to support me, definitely become a member. But other than that, just keep watching the videos. Just like it, subscribe it, do all the YouTube stuff, but definitely watch. It's probably the most important thing. But thank you guys so much, and I appreciate all of you. Hope to see you in the next one, and bye.